Right, hi, I'm Matt Johnson. I'm tour manager for Embrace. Favourite biscuits? It's either rich tea or the chocolate and fudge and shortbread, which I'm not allowed to have because I'm on a diet.
And a rock and roll story.
Rock and roll story. You'd probably be better to get me later in the bar, but I've got a few hundred in all the bands I've worked with over the years. I can think of one which may or may not have to do with Embrace, but I can't divulge that information. But we'd just been out into America for flown over from England after a busy UK schedule, flew to the States, did about 5 shows around Texas and Oklahoma, and you're still jet lagged in those points. We're self-driving, and we then had to leave the tour we were on to fly back to. We had 500 miles to drive on the Thursday. And we flew back to England, so we're double jet lagged now. Saturday we did a show in London, and then Sunday we had to fly to Los Angeles and do a show that night, and we were just absolutely, by that point, absolutely exhausted. And I think we then had to do some TV show in LA, and we then had an early start the next morning to fly up to, I think it was San Francisco. And a certain member of my touring party, having me saying, look, you need to go to bed, get an early good night's sleep tonight because we're all exhausted, whatever. And it's like, yeah, and he's out with the record label, doing the cocktails and stuff. And anyway, he stays up way past his bedtime, and in the middle of the night, he finds himself in the Hyatt, only wearing his boxers, not sure whether he was in the right hotel or where he was. So he had to go down. He was kind of wandering the corridors trying to get his bearings, and a few people kind of saw this weird guy walking around the hotel. They then got security to then find out where his room was. They told him where his room was. He then forgot, fell asleep in the lift, I think, and then had to go down to the lobby in his boxers. At this point, the security were getting a bit worried about him, so they then had to phone up his roommate at about 5 in the morning, saying, "Do you know this person?"
Hi, what's your name?
Thomas Tunney.
And what do you do?
I'm monitor engineer, stroke sound engineer, stroke system bench.
And what's your favourite biscuit?
I'm Joey Dodger.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Beaver.
And what do you do?
Backline technician, stage manager, Embrace.
What's your favourite biscuit?
Wagon wheel.
Thank you very much. Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name is Merlin.
And what do you do?
I am the production manager in training. Remember the brackets.
And what's your favourite biscuit?
My favourite biscuit is a club fruit.
Fantastic, thank you. Hang on. Hi. There you go. What's your name?
Catherine Johnson.
And where do you come from?
I come from Tapahini Valley in New Zealand.
And what do you do?
I'm a chef, a rock star.
And an excellent one of that, I must say. So can you give me a rock and roll story?
I was on tour with Guns N' Roses, and Mr. Axl Rose always insisted on having steak or chicken for dinner. One night we had lamb shanks, and somebody said that the lamb shanks were amazing, but they run out. So Mr. Axl Rose said, "I'm not going on stage till I get my lamb shank." So we sent somebody else to buy some. Well, we couldn't cook lamb shanks in time, so we sent somebody else to buy some lamb. And they were clearing the dressing room and found somebody hadn't eaten all their lamb shanks. So we whipped it down to the kitchen, heated it up, and put it on his plate and sent it to him. He was only an hour and a half late for the show, which was unusual.
God.
Rock star for you.
Yep. Thank you very much. And what's your favourite biscuit?
It was toffee from Kiwi.
Brilliant, thank you. Bye. Hello. Hello.
Hi,
Hi, what's your name?
Aoife Lonergan.
And what do you do?
I'm a caterer on tour with them.
And where do you come from?
I'm from Waterford, Ireland.
And can you tell me a rock and roll story?
There was one time this particular band was just about to go on stage, and the backline tech realised that it was Pepsi masked in his cooler box instead of Pepsi Cola, and The runner that day bought Pepsi Max by mistake, so we'd no Pepsi Cola backstage. Huge gig, so we had to get a loan of a buggy cart and drive out to the front and ask some of the chip shops if any of them had Pepsi Cola. Of course, the first one didn't, the second one didn't, so then security men were there. We had to get security men to get on their radio and ask them if anyone was near a shop that had Pepsi Cola. Could they let us know? They all thought it was a joke, and then initially, after a while, one of them came back and said at the far field there was a shop that had Pepsi Cola, so we went on the buggy cart, bought Pepsi Cola, drove back to the stage, backstage, ran onto the stage, passed the Pepsi Cola up to the guitar tech, and it got there in time just as the guy went on stage.
Brilliant. And what's your favourite biscuit?
Favourite biscuit is top up between bourbon and